Hey, I'm Ronnie Garrett. I love Jross-tv.
What's up, y'all? This your boy J. Ross hanging out with the man himself, Mr. Ronnie Garrett, Bassman and music director for Tyler Perry, y'all. Hey, I got to say something because Ronnie hit me to a lot of stuff I didn't know, man. This cat is on so much stuff and so out there in the game that I'm just impressed. And Ronnie, man, how come you don't tell people about all the 22 platinum albums you got, man?
Hey, I just let my work speak for itself. I've been blessed to be in the game this long, and sooner or later it's going to come out. I have decided, I've just turned 50.
Praise God.
Yes. And I've decided that on this end, I think I'm going to turn it up a little bit, Jay. I think I'm going to get a little more out there and let people know what I'm doing.
Yeah, now you've been in the game for a minute.
Yeah.
For a minute, all right. But it's all good because, boy, you got some impressive credentials to show people. But now, what's the difference between, say, playing with Donald Byrd and Aaliyah and all these other places now to where you MDing a play for one of the biggest cats on the planet?
That's funny. That's funny. You ask, because the way I look at my career now, looking back, I think everything I did trained me for what I'm doing right now with Tyler. I think I put in all the work and everything back then, but now when he asks me for something, I think I can give it to him in a pure form. Like whatever I do music-wise, it's always, I try to not lose the essence of what's there. So it gives me the ability to recreate the song the way it was made when it was put out. So I think just playing with Donald Byrd and all the people that I played with really prepared me for the job that I'm doing now.
Now you say when you say the essence of the music, explain to like a young cats what you mean by that.
Well, like today when young cats say you go to a jam session, they say, "Hey, let's play Deja Vu," or whatever song it is. They play their interpretation of the song. They never take the time to listen to the song, listen to the patterns, and play the song the way it was really, really made to be played. One problem that I have about the young cats now is that everybody overplays to me. It's like nobody sticks to the pattern. Like I'm kind of player. I just stay in my lane. I do my thing. And the way bands sound good is if everybody stays in their lane. And when you keep in the essence of the song, back in the day, everybody just played their part.
Right.
And that created this thing that made you move. So when you don't do that, it doesn't create anything that makes you move. So it's just a bunch of noise.
So, all right, now, how was, okay, say you had a room full of 25 young students that you're talking to. Mm-hmm. What would be like the first thing you would tell them in order to get on the path to this?
Well, like I said, just study the music game. It's just really so much info out here these days with the internet and everything. You can go back. It's funny, I watched Cadillac Records the other day.
Right.
Again, and I was just amazed looking at just hearing the stories and Muddy Waters and how they were doing that stuff and just the evolution of from there to now. It just been watching it the other day, it opened my eyes to some things again. But I would just ask them to just really listen to the music, how it's put together, because it's a project. It's like math. Music is math, so everything equates to the big picture. So I would just say, study the craft. Don't just do your own thing. Listen to the music. Play what you're supposed to play, and it'll just make everybody else sound better.
Okay, now you in the pit with Tyler Perry now?
We're no longer in the pit. We're not in the pits anymore.
Okay.
Because if you do the pit, well, like a Broadway show, you do the pit, the band is playing really light, and everything sounds good, and you feel live. But with Tyler shows, is we're bashing back there. We're playing. So the pit noise with people in the front of the arena or a theater, it would bash them out, and then the sound man can't control it because our sound is just coming out into the pit.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't control it. So we're in a room all the way in the back somewhere. It's like a studio setting. So now the engineer can manipulate the sound and really mix it and make it sound, really well. And the thing now, with Tyler, we're not doing theaters anymore. We're doing arenas.
Yeah, but let me ask you this. So you guys being in the back room in the studio, as opposed to you MD in a band where you're on the stage. But the music, how, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of funny, like the music resonating along with the play itself.
I know, we pull it off. We pull it off. I mean, people are always amazed that we're not by the stage, but we're looking at, we have big monitors everywhere, and we're connected to the show. We can see the show. So we're right there, and when we get our vocal cue, we're in, and we hit, and it sounds good. You know, we get a lot of compliments on our sound because, and a lot of people think it's tracks because it's so clean. But that's because we can isolate the instruments, and he's getting clean feeds and can do a true mix in the room. So it sounds good. Okay,
now growing up, you started playing when you were what?
I started playing, I was listening to my granddad play on the porch all the time, and I was around 10 or 11. And I got my first guitar when I was 13 years old. And I got a funny story with that. I got a guitar, and my hands are so big, I couldn't ever make the chords. So when I said, I'm going to play bass. So I got the pliers, I'll never forget, and tore the last 2 tuning pegs off of the bass. And it took me so long to do it. And when I grew up and really understood how things were made, all you had to do was go just get a screwdriver and take them off. But I remember the day I was just tearing it with the pliers off. But yeah, I started doing that, and then I did a talent show in the 8th grade. I'll never forget it. I sang and played Can You Handle It by Larry Graham, and I got all the chicks. I never went back. No sports for me. No sports for me.
Well, speaking of the opposite sex, man, your wife, what kind of person is she to be able to put up with you gone all the time?
Yeah, it takes a special one to do that, and my wife is very supportive of what I'm doing, and I think that's really the key of my success. You got to have somebody that's supporting you rather than hounding you about why you're gone all the time. But we keep it fresh. She's in and off the road, you know, every other week, every 2 weeks we see each other, and she runs the family business back at home and keeps everything moving. So it's we turn this into a positive. We have fun with it, and my wife is the best.